Welcome to You're Not the Boss of Me. If you are determined to break glass ceilings and build it your way, this show is for you. I'm your host, Beth Graves, and I am obsessed with helping you to not just dream it, but make the plan, connect the dots, and create what you crave. Are you ready? Let's get started. Welcome back. It's Beth, if we haven't met yet, because I have some new listeners, which is super exciting. Go on back if you listen to the podcast episode number 1, Happiness Was Not Found in Hair Extensions. You will hear my story, but a little snippet of who I am and what I do is close your ears if you're offended by a little profanity. But last week, I was able to sit in our virtual mastermind with my coach, Susan Hyatt, and Cara Lowenthal, who has an incredible podcast called Unf Your Brain. She came on and she was talking about podcast names, titles, branding, and if people actually can tell what you do by the title. And my title, You're Not the Boss of Me, doesn't talk anything about network marketing or women that are looking to build online businesses for the first time, organic traffic, looking for social media branding, looking for sales ideas. But I help mostly network marketers. And so she said, like, what do you do? And I said, I help network marketers not to be, and I'm not even going to say it because I don't want profanity. I don't want the profanity thing. But I just basically said, I teach them not to be jerks. I really, truly believe that the network marketing business model is the most misunderstood business model of any of them out there. Because take a look at this. I had no social media experience. I had a couple hundred friends on Facebook. I had always been connecting my whole life, ABC, always been connecting because I love talking to people. I love giving people ideas. I love bossing people around. So I had a lot of connections, but I didn't really know how to sell. And I realized that selling is sharing the stories of success, sharing the stories of success with your product, sharing the stories of success with your opportunity. But the story I wanted to tell was that after the age of 45, I wanted to say I have earned over $1 million, and now it's multiple 7 figures using the network marketing model. That you can absolutely, positively build a sustainable, respectful business the right way if you have a product that you know serves your audience. If you have a business model that you know is ethical, and those of you that are listening already love network marketing, but if you're sending this to someone who doesn't, long gone are the days of bonus buying so that you can help your upline, I hope, hit a rank, or having to have auto ships and stocking of products and buying into an opportunity. That was the whole thing, is you pay to be a part of the opportunity. And there were all kinds of FTC complications, which gives network marketing, MLM, a bad rap. The other thing that gives MLM, network marketing, a bad rap is when you just meet somebody on Facebook and you're like, hey, girl, nice to meet you. By the way, do you want to look at what I do? I was in the mastermind with these entrepreneurs, and I said to them, most of the time when you're annoyed at a network marketer for showing up in your inbox, show some love and grace, send them my way. Say, hey, my friend Beth has the MAP membership where she's going to teach you to show up with your authentic branding, how to ask good questions, how to actually work through the sales process without spamming your entire list to copy and paste. And I'm going to talk about that today. And the one thing, though, that they said was, well, if they come to my inbox solving a problem that I have, that's cool. But don't just show up and say, hey, I've got new diet pills, and you don't even know if you're on a diet, or hey, I've got this business opportunity. So there's a fine line between having conversations because we are wanting to build our business and showing up in someone's inbox uninvited. It's kind of like if the front screen door is open and you walk right in and you're in the kitchen, that person hasn't invited you to come in, but you may be okay to stand on the foyer. So we talked a lot about that. And I gave a perspective of you've got to come from the point of view that someone is looking to build a business and they've been told, send out 100 messages and go for the no. And there is truth to the idea that you have to have a lot of conversations. But let's talk about how to have those conversations in a way that people actually put up their hands for what you have and what you do. And there's a lot of pieces to it. But when we talk about network marketing, we are looking at someone else has built your back software. Someone else has built the website where people learn and get information about what it is that you sell or what it is that you share. Someone else is responsible for paying your team, your staff, meaning if you have a sales team, you're not writing the checks every month, but you do have the entrepreneurial sense of you need to learn to build a business. Many companies will provide training. Many times people are looking for more. They're looking for, how do I work with someone that can help me with my authentic voice? How do I learn more about social media? How do I learn more about how to have productivity and organization in my business? How do I shift my mindset? What's all this manifestation, meditation, abundance? How does that fit into your business? I kind of said, I want everybody to hang out in one community. I want to be able to bring the experts in, work in my area of expertise, which is a daily action plan and also authentic branding and marketing and visibility, and growing into a growth mindset. I wanted to bring a life coach that could be coaching circles when people in my group are feeling stuck and they're saying, I've got the plan, I don't know why I'm just not showing up for it. Or every time someone gives me a rejection, or this is what I'm dealing with. So I thought, well, we want to also have thought work that goes on inside. And we also want to be able to have a community accountability and a place where we can all hang out, learn and grow, and have massive amounts of tools and resources, digital downloads, content plans, all in one place, and have it be low cost. Because I can tell you that I have paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in coaching and training and courses, most of the time to find out, okay, I don't know how this all fits together. So that's what I want to do, is connect the dots. And that's how the MAP membership was born, to help network marketers like you that are looking for community, looking for the next steps, looking for consistency. And I relate it to this. When I don't even think I was 30 yet, I wanted to run a marathon. And so easily now you could look for a plan. You could even get an online coach. You could put an app on your phone, and there are all different ways to support yourself. What was missing on my own plan when I decided after, I think it was 2 years ago, I wanted to get back into that. And I was thinking, I'm feeling great. I'm going to start running again. I put an app on my phone, and then I fizzled out. And I think back to the success, and this relates to why I think the MAP membership is exceptional, is I wanted to run a marathon. So I grabbed a friend, always fun to do things with a friend, my friend Marianne, and we found a running group that would run at 5:30 a.m. from the Beverly Hills Club. So if you are from Michigan, you know that. I don't think it's called the Beverly Hills Club anymore, but we would meet. And so we had accountability. We also had a mentor. He had run many marathons. He would plan for us. He would let us know what it was that we needed to do each and every week. We had pace setters. So we had people that had more experience than us. We had community. We had a plan. So I thought, well, that's why that was successful. Even though 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whenever it was that I decided I was going to run this marathon, even though I had an app and I bought an online course and I did all the things, I didn't have the community. I didn't have a mentor that I could actually talk to. And I didn't want to have a membership group where I wasn't talking to the members. And that's why we're going to have the live coaching circles that will take place monthly. And that's why I'll be very interactive in there. Many of you have tools, you just don't implement the tools. Many of you have tools, you don't know how they all fit together. It's kind of like having the perfect running shoes and the perfect route, but not really knowing what pace you need to go or when you need to slow and when you need to go. So that really hit home for me when I thought a lot of people have a Trello board with a daily method of operation. A lot of people might understand their personal branding on social media, but putting it all together and then having the experienced eyes of someone that's built a business to the level that I have, and also having the most valuable resource connections come in to work on mindset, social media, to work on how you can even begin to grow a list that you can nurture through emails, a list that you can nurture through content. So all of this is happening in the map. We are opening our doors officially, and then we are raising the price. I think we decided to go until Wednesday at the $27. That is set in stone for as long as you're a member. And there's also going to be a 12-month paid in full huge bonus, which we'll be announcing. If you're on the list, you'll get it. Don't worry. And then the price will go up because honestly, the amount of content and work and experience I've put in is exceeding what my mastermind students were getting at thousands and thousands of dollars. So don't worry, masterminders, you're in. Don't worry. I've got you. So that's like the dream. And then it's to me, now that we're launching and everything's recorded and we're just putting the final tips on and what it looks like inside of the Facebook group and the vault of suitcases with all of the good stuff. And then we came up with this idea of, I love Fab Fit and Fun. I love getting a box every month. And so with the goal of having 1,000 members in the first year, yes, I'm naming it and claiming it. Mailing out a box is not possible, but mailing out digital swag is certainly possible. And everything from, we've got lists, but everything from affirmation cards to just planner pages, all kinds of digital swag and 30-day content plans, blowing my mind what we are putting in behind the scenes. And I do like swag. So there will be contests and fun and camp activities. Let's talk. It's actually my husband's birthday today. He went to pick up my son. So you all know that I can be long-winded, but I am going to be like 5 more minutes. And I want to just cover something that I was recording today. And I thought this is so important. So when I build out social media and even I would say networking, remember we network and we market, network marketing to make connections to bring in sales, right? So let's think about 2 people. I want to give you 2 examples. When you hear someone say, be consistent with your content, a long time ago was like content, social media content. Like, what do I post? Am I posting just a picture of, me with my product, but kind of being mysterious, maybe blurring it out, and then a couple quotes? Like, what do I post? And all of that can make sense, but I want you to think about, we had Danelle Delgado on here 2 weeks ago, and she does a Friday night live. And every single Friday night, she shows up for that live and she helps entrepreneurs with how they set their goals, overcoming obstacles, and she brings fire every Friday night. We know we can count on her, and she's been doing this, I think, for 2 to 3 years, and her audience has grown to thousands. The consistency of that is her content piece. This is my content piece along with social media, but you know that every Monday you can show up and you're getting content from me and you know what to expect from me. I might talk about something totally random one week, but you know that if you come here, I'm going to be giving you ways to build your network marketing business or your Etsy business and teach you to show up online and talk to you about not sacrificing your soul and not being afraid to be you and all of those things. I started to share in the recording, and I thought, I don't think I've talked about this on the podcast. And that is when we're creating how we're posting and showing up on social media, that piece of the content, right? As Danelle Delgado shows up on Friday Night Live, that is her how to be authentic, how to build with social media strategy, how to have a sales strategy, how to organize your business. You know, that's what you can expect from me. And also, you know that I'm going to tell you that I want you to live your life. I want you to find joy. I want you to do a lot of mindset work. You know what to expect. What I find when someone is building just on Facebook or Instagram, newer network marketers, or even those that have just been pushing product over and over again, or business opportunity, that their content piece is spray and pray. So I want you to think about what is your consistent piece of content. And I would suggest if you are not doing it, that it's a Facebook Live. If you hate being live, you can also do a blog type of post, but I would say a Facebook Live around this. I want you to think about, what is your magazine cover? What is your go-to? Here are two examples. So Liana has been talking to me this week around how she has had some mom groups and led mom groups, and her kids, her boys, are now teens. So she's finding that consistently she's sharing resources, she's interviewing different experts, she's sharing books, she's hosting book clubs around how to better communicate effectively with your teen son. And every week, her audience knows that they can show up to her social media. And I think she does it. I don't know when she does it, but I'll find out and share with you. They show up and she's going to have a discussion. She's also, during the week, along with posting her other things that are in her bucket, she's also going to share tips. She's going to provide a lot of information, maybe share some funny things about being a mom that has teen boys, but that's just kind of the go-to resource. And so her content gets shared out a lot. People that say, people get tagged, there's a lot of conversation, and people know, the moms know that, hey, you're struggling with that, or you want to teach your child to better communicate with X, Y, and Z, go on over to Liana's page. She's got a live. It happens every Thursday at noon. It's a great discussion. Maybe she even might be running a book club in an event around a book that moms are reading or teens are reading with their moms. Or she might even talk about having a vision board or how to talk to coaches. See where this is going. She's got consistent content. Now, because she's consistent and she's showing up with content, you might think, well, that doesn't have anything to do with her product, with her business opportunity. Well, it has everything to do with it, because she's talking to moms who are looking at college down the road, moms who probably are hitting 40, who are looking for maybe a brave second act. And she's also got a product that can help with women turning 40, health and wellness. So she's making a lot of connections, having a lot of conversations. And it doesn't mean that she becomes this crazy spammy salesperson when somebody new comes into her world. But if she is strategic with her content that creates connections and then starts conversations, she's going to close more sales. Thinking about her new follower, her new friend, that somebody shared this out and they're like, wow, Liana, she's really interesting. And they're watching her maybe at the hockey rink or the soccer field. And then she puts in something about her product and she does some promotion. Because when you are sharing your personality and your purpose, you're allowed to share promotion as well, but it doesn't come across as, oh, she's posting her fancy car, and oh, look at that, she went on this fancy trip, and oh, now she wants me to buy her product because she thinks I should be a part of this exciting opportunity. And sometimes that just makes people feel like, why are you just posting the glitz and glamour? Or why are you pushing that product? But she's providing value. And is someone that has a baby going to share her page out? No. They're probably not, but she's going to have a big audience of moms of teen boys. Those are the people that will keep connecting with her. Now let's take that a step further, and let's say that she goes in, has community involvement and has volunteer opportunities in her community to build connection with moms of teen boys. She's creating a platform that she's passionate about. And in doing so, her vibration is high. She's excited. She's working with moms. She's connecting with cool people. So she's got this high vibe. She's got lots of people connecting with her, and her business starts to really grow because the conversations that she has, they're natural. When she goes live and she might say, listen, I wanted to be home. So that's why I looked at a home-based business network marketing opportunity, which allows me to actually set goals with my sons. We actually work through, if we hit this bonus, this is what we're going to do. And she can even bring that as a part of who she is. But it's not just like sharing a resource every now and then. It's part of her branding. It's part of who she is. It's part of, maybe she'll write a book. Maybe she has a Facebook group. But it doesn't mean that she's taking her eye off of building the income from her network marketing business. It just makes her seriously fired up. She's excited to share. She's excited to connect and think about how her network will grow. but it's consistency of the content and really, really dialing in with that message. I hope that makes sense to you. I want you to think about that if you were building your own community. And it doesn't have to be how a network marketer uses social media to grow her following. It doesn't have to be around network marketing. It doesn't have to be around nutrition. Liana sells a nutritional supplement. She might talk about needing energy and needing patience and clarity, but it's very authentic content. She might talk about how through her personal development that she gained when she was learning to build a business. And maybe she read a book called Atomic Habits with her team, and now she's teaching her sons to do the same thing. But she's connecting the dots, and she's also using her stories and using that privilege of promotion after that genuine content. And somebody that says, oh my gosh, you need to go to Liana's page or her Facebook page or her Instagram. She has so many resources there. And somebody goes there and they see all this spam, be like, what? So she wants to make sure that her magazine cover represents who she is. And she can still, it's not that she's hiding from her product. It's not that she's embarrassed or doesn't want to talk about it. She's going to talk about it loud and clear. She's going to say, yes, I love what I do. I love this company. I love everything about it. But here's how I'm building my tribe. Here's how I'm connecting with new people. Here's how I'm serving. So I want you today to think about, and if this sounds interesting to you, this is the type of conversation that we have in the MAP membership. And this is the type of thing that we talk about in our discussions, that we talk about in our mastermind circles. So I want you to think about today, I'll give you some homework. And I want you to, you don't have to come up with it overnight. If you are being interviewed on Oprah, what would she talk to you about? What are the struggles, the frustrations that you've overcome, and what tools have you used to overcome them? Even if you aren't an expert, like Liana is not a social worker or an expert. She's just someone who is sharing the tools, sharing the journey, giving strategies, having conversations, opening the door, hosting book clubs. That's what I want you to think too, is what's interesting to you. You don't have to always be an expert to build a community around something that you're super passionate about, and thinking about consistency of content and how that shows for you to build your network. And when you've built a network, how does marketing look? The difference between going to somebody's page who's like, look at me hanging out with all my friends on the beach. Isn't this a blast? If you join my team, you could do this too. Or look at this before and after photo. Now, Liana might certainly put up some success stories in her stories, and she's certainly going to share her success, and she could very possibly be hanging out on the beach with friends and post about it. But it's very different when she's using the content of being someone that's shown up with vulnerability, shown up and served, shown up and given value, and then talks also about her business. So I hope this makes sense to you. If you have questions on this, shoot me a Facebook message, DM me on Instagram. We are going to be diving into this in the MAP and how you build this out and how you create community, connection, conversations around your content. It's really a cool thing. And when it clicks for you, you'll know. I did this before and it didn't click. I was not creating something that I was passionate about. It just felt off. I felt like I was blah, blah, blahing on my Facebook Lives until I spent time really diving into my mission, my vision, my values, and realized I love to build communities for women. And that was what Camp Elevate, where you guys know the campelevategroup.com. And that's why the MAP membership was also formed. So don't worry, we're not leaving camp in the MAP membership. That's our Camp Millionaire, because women, when they come together, can build extraordinary things. And I also have decided I am the ultimate resource for women. I love to connect them to brilliant people. So how better to do that in something like the MAP membership or Camp Elevate, and share the tools that have helped me to grow. I want you to think about, it doesn't have to be building a business online and sharing. Of course, you can share how to do that, but it can also be something very different. So dive into that, spend some time. If you were being interviewed, if you were paid, if money was not an option and you could do anything. I talked to some women this week that have built an entire community around bullet journaling for mindset. And I just want you to think about it. I want you to dive into it. I don't want you to have an answer right now. And we are going to spend some time just chatting about it and talking about it. And if you have questions about how to build that out, I actually would love to have someone that shows up in my inbox with, I want to work through this with you. If you show up and you share this in your stories, tag me. And if you share out the podcast, but send me a message and say, I want to be put in the drawing, I'll draw the person's name to work through this live. Liana and I actually worked through that live together in one of our mastermind sessions. So that's how my brain works. And actually, Liana, if you're listening, we really built that out, didn't we? So I'd love to do that with you. I'd love to have a few of you on the podcast so we can do it together. And then I can connect the dots for how it looks in your network marketing business and how your content would look. So send me a message and tell me, I want to be your guinea pig, and give me some ideas of the things that you're passionate about. Just share a little bit of your story with me. You can actually email me too. My email is beth@bethholdengraves.com if you want to email me. But make sure you share this out in your stories today, because I'd love some reviews, some downloads, and some love on the podcast. So that is all I have for you today. I want you to be brave. I want you to be bold. And I want you to find what it is that wakes you up in the morning that you can share your gifts with the world. It's not that you're stepping away from your vitamins, your essential oils, your eyelashes, your travel. It's that you're stepping into your power, you're stepping into your voice, and that raises that vibration, and your business is going to grow like wildfire, because we're still doing the other things. We're still having conversations, reaching out, building out your business. It's just how you're creating new connections. So all of it will fit together like a beautiful puzzle without a missing piece. All right? I will catch you guys all next week. The Camp Elevate group, we have just started a meditation 33-day challenge. You'll see a lot of hashtag 33 days. It's a meditation, gratitude, journaling morning challenge for 33 straight days. Still time to get in. If you aren't paying attention in Camp Elevate, it's in the events. If you want in, let me know. TheCampElevateGroup.com. Don't forget the MapMembership.com. We are closing the doors in just a few days, and we might not open for another 3 or 4 months, depending on, because we want to get everybody up to speed and we want to serve who we have coming into the group. So we are definitely changing the price after Wednesday. So make sure that you get your stamp of time on there, because after we started talking about the value and what we're putting out there, it's more of a mastermind, and it's going to be incredible. Super excited. So off to celebrate my husband's birthday. And so I want you guys to have a fabulous Monday. If you're listening to this on Monday, I want you to be brave. As I said, be bold, and I will catch you guys next week. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today on You're Not the Boss of Me. I'm hoping that you found one thing that you will do today that will allow you to move forward to that big, audacious goal. And I have a favor to ask of you, and that is leaving me a 5-star review over in iTunes. Every single week, I read your reviews. I love hearing what you have to say, and it allows me to bring you more, to get more people to interview that are doing the thing, breaking the glass ceilings, creating what they crave, and helping you with your game plan. So leave me a 5-star review, and when you do, I enter you to win the You're Not the Boss of Me swag. So make sure you leave it, and we'll reach out to you if you're the winner. Thanks so much for hanging with me today, and we'll chat with you soon.